Hello, and welcome to episode number 240 of the Askancity podcast. This is Eric.
This is Dan.
And I have a couple stories to tell before we get rolling here from this week.
Uh-oh.
One was earlier, and I'm going to blame this one on you. It's all your fault, because after we went to dinner last week, you were talking about how you were at home one day and you had a few extra minutes, and your thought was, oh, I have time to smoke. Yeah, I had a smoking dream this week.
Oh, that's weird.
And it was intensely real, to the point where I woke up and for about 60 seconds I was profoundly disappointed in myself for having started smoking again.
Wow.
And then I was like, no, wait, I don't actually smoke. That was just a dream. Everything is okay.
Right. No, I've had a couple using dreams where it takes me about 10 minutes to realize I didn't get high the day before.
Yeah. So that was disconcerting. And then the other one just happened last night. I went to the movies, and I'll talk about that later. But after the movies, I went to Wendy's for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman in front of me in line, I saw her get out of the DHL truck outside.
Mm-hmm.
She orders a burger with no onions. So then I walk up and I order mine, and she's still waiting for hers. The lady behind the counter goes, Jay! And walks over to this dude who's at the grill. I found her approach to the situation amusing, which is why I'm telling this story. So she goes over, has a little conversation with the guy at the grill, then sticks her head back around the corner and says to the woman who was in front of me, "You're not allergic to onions, are you?" She goes, no. And so then she turns back to the guy at the grill and goes, "Man, just remake it. You were always talking over here, not paying attention to what you're doing. You screwed up 3 sandwiches and we're 10 minutes behind because of it, so stop screwing up."
There you go.
I thought that was an interesting approach.
Yeah.
You're not allergic to onions, are you? Oh, boy. So, I don't know. I found it amusing. So then I turned to the woman and I said, "That's confidence-inspiring, isn't it?"
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it was a long week. This week was so long that, like, when I was flipping through articles to, like, bring them up to talk about them today, I swear to God, half of them I thought we talked about last week.
No.
It's like, oh my God, that's still this since last time we recorded? Holy shit. So let's start out with the NFL. A couple of big news items there. Probably the biggest being that Peyton Manning officially retired.
Yeah.
So, whether you love him or hate him, I don't think it's even really arguable that he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Are there people that hate Peyton Manning?
Oh, Patriots fans hate Peyton Manning.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's just like a regular guy. I mean, what's there to hate?
They hate him.
Okay. That's just weird to me.
If you don't believe me, ask Phil at Dark Discussions. He'll tell you.
Oh, he doesn't like Peyton Manning?
No. Peyton Manning is, quote, a scumbag, according to him.
Oh, because of all the times he got caught cheating? All those times?
He tried to post it. He called Peyton Manning a scumbag and posted along with a link to that article about him mooning somebody in college.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Mooning is actually not I don't understand why that's a thing. I show people my ass all the time. Here. No, serious. No, check it out.
No.
Look.
Shut up.
No, it's not my ass. It's not my ass. It's my bruised nipple.
Oh, God, why? Oh, God, why? Why are you showing me that?
Because everybody needs to see my nipples at some point. And it's bruised, so it was just the right time.
So did somebody give you a purple nurple?
No, I hit a bar really hard.
Okay. So, another retirement announcement this week was from Calvin Johnson on the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
That made Lions fans very sad, because their team is going to really suck now.
I don't know. I heard a lot of people actually kind of happy about it.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of this, like, local sports talk guys were like, "Nope, that's good. We need the money out of the salary cap and
to pay the other guys."
Because he's pretty broken up, and that's part of why they're not throwing to him a lot. That's what they say. I mean,
okay.
I don't,
That's an interesting theory. He has had some injuries. I'll give him that, but That's actually
Well,
why he's retiring, is so he doesn't get really bad.
Well, and he also said he can't play like he used to.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's just not.
Right.
He can't do it. So.
I give him credit though, because a lot of people would stick around because he was going to make a lot of money this year.
Yeah.
So. And there was a whole bunch of trading going on in the NFL this week. The Philadelphia Eagles in particular got rid of a whole, like, basically their coach they got rid of first thing after they were done this year.
Mm-hmm.
They basically got rid of all the players he signed in the offseason last year.
Okay.
Because DeMarco Murray went from the Cowboys to the Eagles last year. They traded him to the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Then their cornerback Byron Maxwell and the linebacker Kiko Alonso were two other players they acquired in free agency last year. They traded both of those guys to Miami. So they're just like cleaning house, making a clean sweep of anything having to do with Chip Kelly from last year.
So I've heard from a couple different players that is the worst organization to play for.
I believe it.
Like, no, they're like assholes. Like,
Yeah. I don't want to go to Philadelphia ever because everything I've ever heard or witnessed, just they're assholes there.
Oh, I'm talking about the football team. Philly itself, I think I'd be down with Philly.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's cheesesteaks, dude.
Well, yeah, but there's assholes serving you cheesesteaks and assholes around you while you're eating cheesesteaks and assholes harassing you while you're trying to eat your cheesesteaks.
Some things negate the asshole.
Not cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I disagree. There's certain things.
If the assholes are all going to be giving me $1 million each time they're harassing me, then maybe I'll put up with it. But not for a cheesesteak.
I don't know. That's worth more than $1 million. Yeah,
you're crazy.
That should be our new currency.
What, your craziness?
Hoagies. Like your rent could be 300 hoagies.
When you hit that bar that bruised your nipple, did you immediately then hit your head?
Nope.
You sure?
And I got my armpits stuck on it.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
So speaking of food, yeah. So, a four-legged chicken popped up on a farm in Shandong, China, and already people are wondering if its meat is edible. And there was a farming official that says yes, the four-legged chicken is edible.
Yeah.
I'll pass, thanks, on the four-legged chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
I like chicken legs. That seems.
I like the breasts.
I'd be happier if they could get it to like 6 legs per chicken. Did you see my post about having chicken a couple weeks ago?
No.
It said I'm trying to make chicken taste good. I had sausage.
Well, chicken doesn't have much taste at all.
No, it has no taste.
You just have to give it some spices or something.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Random stuff. Okay, here's an article here. You know those little packets of silica gel you get in stuff that you order?
Yeah.
It says do not eat on it, and if you open it up, it's those clear little balls of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, turns out that those can actually be really, really useful. And this article is listing some things you can use them for, so I just thought I would share that with our listeners. One is to save your wet phone. If you're dropping a phone in the water, some people say stick it in the rice, but this stuff works even better.
Okay.
You can use it to defog your windshield. If you just put a few of these under your windshield, it'll help keep it from fogging up because it absorbs moisture. This one I would doubt. It says extend the life of your razor blades because it says that moisture is what makes your blades get dull faster, and these will help.
Well, that's true. Or at least the moisture part is true. I don't know that will help.
Right. Keep your gym bag fresh. You can avoid mold and bacteria colonizing your sweaty gym gear by adding a couple of these to your gym bag.
See, oh God.
What?
I don't know, like, so my gym bag, right? I just had to wash because a banana died in it.
Right.
But I've had this gym bag for 5 years.
And
that's the first time I've had to wash it.
And
I don't understand. I guess people leave their gym clothes in it.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
No.
Yes.
It's for transporting that stuff to and from, and then when you get home, you immediately wash everything that's in there that's soiled.
Well, a lot of people stop at the gym on the way to work and leave their sweaty gym clothes in their bag all day until they get home and can wash it.
Yeah, see, that's why, like, you should just wear your gym clothes all day.
It doesn't work for normal people, Dan. You work in the gym, so it works out for you okay.
I know, that's awesome. But, like, why doesn't it work?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that used to wear suits every fucking day.
No, that's what I mean. I don't like. I could be as good a lawyer in shorts and a t-shirt as I could in a suit. I don't know why the suit's required. Like, what's the point of that? What?
Oh my god,
dude.
dude.
There is no rational reason to have that. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I personally agree with you. It's society.
Oh, fuck society.
You used to lecture me about how I should read GQ and conform.
That's not necessarily about conforming, because high fashion is not conformist. Like, conformist is Dockers and like a polo shirt, which I have a lot of. I'm not being critical of it. I don't know.
So, in other sports news, tennis star Maria Sharapova failed a drug test this week, which is weird.
But isn't it like a new substance they added that?
Well, it's a substance they added to the list this year. It's not a new substance, but still, given if that's your profession, you should keep up to speed on those things. Somebody said that. What the hell is there's a great quote about this. But it's not in this article. Damn it. There's a great article with something like, she's either the dumbest tennis player or the smartest drug taker ever. Something like that. So I don't know what kind of consequences are going to come for that, but I imagine she's going to be punished in some manner. It doesn't matter.
Probably a spanking.
She couldn't beat Serena Williams anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, her drugs are better.
So.
That's what everybody just needs to get over. If there's money on the table in a sport, there's drugs. There's just no.
Sometimes they're disguised under other names officially.
Right.
Supplements.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, anybody who's like, no, I don't do anything, they're lying.
Well, they could be technically telling the truth.
They may not be doing any banned substances.
That's what I'm saying. They may technically be telling the truth.
And probably not. But they may be. You're right. They may be, but probably not.
You have so little faith in people.
I have no faith in people.
Oh, it's so cynical. So, boy. You know what? I generally try and stay away from political stuff, but I've got 3 articles here about Donald Trump. Because this guy's just got to go.
Did you see the thing I posted on the
I did,
page?
yes.
Did you watch it?
Not all of it, but a snippet of it, yeah.
It's very effective, especially towards the end.
It's splicing. I didn't get. I saw the
Yeah.
beginning part. Yeah, it's Donald Trump spliced into Pink Floyd's "The Wall."
Right.
It's very appropriate. So there were a couple of people who came out against Donald Trump this week. John Oliver did a great thing last week on Donald Trump, saying that he just basically tore him down, and then pointed out that technically one of his ancestors changed his name from Drumpf to Trump.
Right.
So he was selling a bunch of these Make Donald Drumpf Again hats. Red, like the Make America Great Again hats Trump is selling. Oddly enough, he sold out of them very quickly.
Right.
And then Sarah Silverman went on to, what was it, Late Night with Seth Meyers, dressed as Hitler.
Right.
And was pretending to be Hitler. just saying some funny things as Hitler about trying, like, what kind of person talks about his penis size on national television? I famously have a micro penis. That's what makes a tyrant. And sometimes I watch it and I'm like, is that how people see me? He's starting to make me rethink some of the things I've done. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then yesterday, oh boy, I mean, this is starting to get bad. There was a Trump rally in Chicago that was canceled after a protest turned violent. Wow. And and then Trump accused the protesters of taking away his First Amendment rights, which was just funny.
Because that's what he plans on doing.
Right.
Any media outlet that criticizes him will be shut down.
Right. Right. So, I don't know. The thing that's just frustrating to me is that he keeps winning primaries.
Of course he is.
And it just, I guess, just makes me sad that there are so many angry, racist people in our country. Because I can't imagine anybody else who would be interested in what he has to say.
Well, there's a couple things he's spot on about in his record supports.
Yeah.
Right? So he's against the trade agreements we've entered into and has always been against them.
Okay.
As a bad deal for Americans.
All right.
And they were, it turns out. And a lot of people lost their jobs.
All right.
And those jobs aren't coming back ever.
Okay.
And the middle class is fucked. And he knows that.
He does not care about fucking middle class.
But he understands that. He was always, you got to give him this, he's always been against NAFTA. He's always been against that stuff. And so the people now that have been the ones that have completely displaced because of it, yeah. I mean, I can tell you this, I've been looking more and more at it. I can't tell the difference between him and Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
I can't tell the difference. They're the same person. I mean, there's, little differences, but no. Both choices are awful.
Yeah, they usually are, but it's worse than usual this year.
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't understand. I don't understand somebody looking at Donald Trump and say, I want that man leading our country. I don't get it. I just don't.
People are sick of everything that's going on in Washington in a lot of ways.
Well, so am I, but he's not going to fix that.
But it's sort of like throwing...
gasoline on a fire?
Right. Yeah, just fucking let it burn, man. Let's go. Get it over with.
Shit. Oh, man.
I mean, because really what the other solutions are, rather than him, is, we'll just keep it the same. I mean, that's the choice. We can maybe really fuck it up or keep it the same. What do you want to do? And why does that, I don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people are like, how can these people... What I'm saying is I can empathize with someone who would choose him as a candidate. I wouldn't.
Okay.
But I can understand where someone very frustrated with their circumstance and how it is because of the people in Washington. This is the thing that I don't understand, because it's New York and Washington are the problem. And he's part of the New York thing. So he's managed to get past that somehow. Like, no one has said to the guy, in the middle of Ohio that can't get a job in a factory anymore, well, Donald Trump is one of those New York guys. I mean, so I don't know. But yeah, those two places, I mean, they're kind of cool places, so it'd be like sad to see him burn, but I'd watch him burn.
Speaking of Washington being fucked up, the U.S. Attorney General went on the Tonight Show this week with Stephen Colbert and basically said that Apple complying with their request won't lead to widespread privacy breaches.
Here, and this is another part of the problem. Why is the Attorney General on the Tonight Show?
Because she needs to explain some stuff.
Well, that's in my view, right? That's what Meet the Press is for. That's what written statements are for.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. That's what the lawyers read. Regular American people hear this shit. Regular American people watch the Tonight Show.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. See, there's part of me that finds it frustrating that it's now a dog and pony show. It's It's not.
What do you think?
It's
Everything
not
should just
real.
be decided behind
It's
closed
not
doors?
real. No, I think citizens have an obligation to find out for themselves, not have it presented in a relatively comedic circumstance.
That's the only way they'll fucking listen.
Well, then that's it's just the end of democracy. People just got to expect it. I mean, no, you don't. I mean, it's like term limits, right? We're tired of people staying in Washington too long, or it doesn't happen there because the Supreme Court at least got that one right. But in the States, we've got tired of people being in office too long, so they enact term limits.
Okay.
Right? Because people don't want to fucking vote. Well, voting is a term limit. That's the term limit. Like, you don't like them, you vote against them. Right? So, okay, well, we're too lazy to actually read and go vote, so let's just have term limits, because what that'll do is make everything really fucking stupid. I mean, why is that an idea?
I don't know.
No, laziness has got to stop winning.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the problem with democracy is it comes with obligations with citizens.
Yes.
And if you are unwilling to exercise your obligation, and if you are unwilling to learn what the fuck is going on, then you don't get to fucking complain. So, yeah, no.
Actually, there's free speech, so they can complain as much as they want.
Yes, you can complain as much as you want, and then there should be free baseball bats to the head by me.
Ooh.
That's what we need. Free mindless violence.
We already have plenty of that on TV.
Like, you can't kill people, but you can beat them into submission.
That's why somebody was making those spiked baseball bats and chaining them to meters in San Francisco.
Why not?
Yeah.
Made sense to me.
All right, other random stuff here. Wow. Okay, lots of this is tech and entertainment. I might be done with random stuff. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Here's one more. So there is a new plastic-eating bacteria that they discovered. I don't know if they invented it or discovered it. Discovered, yes. So scientists in Japan discovered a strain of bacteria that can eat plastic.
Oh, fuck.
So this could be really good and really bad. The good news is that it can break down some of the fucking plastic we've been choking the ocean with. The bad news is that there's a lot of useful stuff that's made out of plastic, and if it gets into that could be a problem.
Yeah, no. Japan doesn't get to invent shit like that. No.
Well, what are they
Do you
allowed to invent?
Did you ever see Godzilla? That's what's going to fucking happen. This is the beginning of that.
Well, the bacteria turns into Godzilla?
Yeah, something
Godzilla's
along
a
that
bacteria?
order. Maybe it eventually mutate into something fucked up.
Oh, shoot. So that's happening, and that could be, yeah. I'm equally parts excited and scared about that one because it could do some great stuff. But if it gets loose somewhere it shouldn't, it could be a problem.
Right. It sounds like that's going to be a big time lesson in the law of unintended consequences.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if some of that bacteria got into, I don't know, a commercial aircraft.
Right.
I think some of the parts on those planes are made out of plastic.
Maybe. Your fucking Dyson would disintegrate. That's for sure.
Right.
What about cars? No more cars.
Right. Oh, boy. So let's move on to tech. Got a bunch of tech stuff here. Apple's up to some shit. So I found my first article about Apple Watch 2 rumors. Mm-hmm. It says how Apple Watch 2, how the world's best smartwatch might make its great leap forward. I don't know if I'd classify the Apple Watch as the world's best smartwatch. I haven't used it, but I haven't used anything else either. I know people who claim it's not the best. So
yeah, I've been happy with mine. I don't.
But they're basically saying, along with the typical, faster processor,
well, what got me
better battery life, maybe thinner.
So what got me about that article?
Yeah,
is it's like really long.
Yeah.
And it says, oh, it's just, it doesn't say anything that any other article about a tech thing has ever, I mean, it's faster processor, better battery
life, yeah.
right? New straps. Whoa, fucking A. I mean, and then they're talking about untethering it from the phone, which to me doesn't make sense because the phone has so much more power.
Right.
But, yeah, whatever.
So meanwhile, Apple has scheduled an event on March 21st with a keynote. And rumors is they'll be unveiling a 4-inch iPhone SE and a 9.7-inch iPad Pro. I'm trying to figure out what that means. I think it just means it's an iPad the same size as their iPad they have now with the touch-sensitive screen that'll work with a pencil.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I was hoping that they would release like a 1 centimeter phone. Like a
the iPhone Pico.
No, I'm trying to think of like a Derek Zoolander phone.
Hello, God.
Right. But he's got that really small phone. Like they need to do a Zoolander edition.
That would be sweet. Oh man.
Or what would be really cool? Is just do like they could do an iPhone, but one in the home that you have to mount on the wall that has a dial.
That would be hilarious, especially if it was popular.
Right.
Oh man. Also, one of Apple's partners, Sonos, who makes wireless speakers, has just been saying that they think the future is in wireless connectivity and voice control. So they're working with Apple on a bunch of that stuff to work with their speakers.
Really? They think the future's in wireless? Because I could have swore that what we were going for was to like wire everything back fucking up. I mean, how is that like a revelation?
Well, the revelation is they're actually selling shit that does it. That's the revelation. No, definitely. It just doesn't live up to your audio snobbery.
No, it does not.
And very few things do.
I mean, I would love it if they came up with wireless speakers, because that would eliminate $3 a foot fucking speaker cable.
Right.
But
how can you tell if something's working right if it doesn't have cables?
you'll be able to hear.
Meanwhile, Google turns the game of Go into a massive AI versus human spectacle. I was actually listening to another podcast this week called Random.
Right. That's a bad headline, because I've seen that game played. There's no way that game can be a spectacle. It's just not a spectacle. It's like saying checkers is a spectacle.
No, but here's what the spectacle is. And I actually didn't read this article because I listened to two guys talk about this on this other podcast I'm talking about called Random, which is actually done by two guys I've been listening to for years. Mm-hmm. They're the fantasy football guys. They've been doing a podcast since like 2007 about fantasy football.
Okay.
This year they started doing a podcast called Random, and AI was one of the things they started talking about on their second episode.
Yeah.
So they're talking about how they developed this artificial intelligence and taught it the rules of Go, and just had it play a bunch of games against itself and develop a strategy. Mm-hmm. And Go is actually a fairly well-known game, and there are lots of well-known Go masters and everything. And the strategy that the computer came up with on its own was a strategy that none of them have ever seen before. Mm-hmm. So they're just like, what? And they were still able to beat it for a little while, but once it incorporated what it had learned from playing them, mm-hmm. It was able to beat a human Go master.
Cool.
So
yeah, it's beat him.
I welcome our new robot overlords.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
You don't think it'll matter when robots take over?
No, I think we should be exterminated. I mean,
that's right. You do believe that, don't you?
Right.
You're such a freak.
I mean,
I don't value my life or anybody around me.
I value mine. It's not going to happen while I'm alive. Plus, if they tried to do it, I'd be the one that would be like the awesome dude that fights the computer.